tear this thing apart. We're gonna do maintenance. It's been used in the club for many months, and it's well overdue for a good cleaning and maintenance. So today we're gonna do is tear everything down. First thing we're gonna do is disconnect the power to the machine. And that's over here. And there is one for the pump, and there is one for the machine itself. And I'll double check. Yep, power is off. All right, so it's safe to do. Okay. Ready to go? Yes, we are. We got the two sides here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the hoods. And the hoods come off. We'll take these off. The splash guards come off. Go. Hood is off. Yep, you can zoom in right here. Alright, so we got our pump coming out of the 5-gallon thing. We got our tea bucket here. I'm just going to disconnect
What are you doing, Jack?
our two things there. There we go. This is probably one of the biggest advantages of having a CabKing is that everything is in parts. So you can take everything apart. We've got our dumps. So this is our hose. Take it off. We set ours up a little bit differently than what they say in the manual. We'll talk about that in a little bit later. But the nice thing is about the CabKing is that you can take everything apart easily and take care of each individual part. A lot of these other machines that are coming out nowadays are all one-piece metal. And so to be able to do something like this, you can't do. You can't take it apart, you can't do it that way. The other nice thing is when these parts, because they're inexpensive, composite plastics, they're very inexpensive to replace. So they're very nice. These were something CabKing this was a prototype. These little ledges, a lot of you have the plastic ones. These you can pick up at a hardware store or whatever, but these are really nice to have for elbow rests. And like this one here, you can see, we really let it go. We've got quite a bit of
rock sediment.
Yep, especially on the cutting side. We've got quite a bit, and so we're going to clean that out here in a second. All right. So now we've got our end cup lid covers. We got those. If you don't have your end laps on, you put the plate covers on, and then you get your inner covers as well. We're going to take the spin-on disc off. Now these are our brand. Most of you have the canvas pads on yours. These are our Dandy Rocks leather pads. This one's for cerium oxide. We also have them for 14K, 50K, 100K, and then we also have super cerium oxide. And these are what we like to use, or Dee likes to use, especially for her final polishes. And you see all our different polish finishes as well. On this side, we've got our, pop that off. We've got our flat lap over here. pop that off. I might put it on the flat lap and hit it with a dressing wheel and get that guy cleaned up. That's really nice. And I need to grab a tool. So we got our wrench. Should go on here. Get her on there. And like I said, if you did this right, you didn't over tighten it, it should come off very easily, just a little bit snug, very nicely. Take this end off here, and we're going to give that a good cleaning. Our 80 wheel, check it, remember this is always facing the motor. We got our spacer. What I do is I set my spacers down in order. That slides off really easily, and Dee's going to show you in a little bit why we can do that. Our second spacer, and you notice they are not the same, so that's why we want to keep them in order. And then finally our 280 wheel. This is our 280 res wheel that we've been using for roughly 2.5 years now, and she's about ready to be replaced. Still does a fantastic job. And boom, off it goes. All right, and then onto this side. Again, take our handy wrench.
Hello. Hi,
Loosen is clockwise.
Yep. This side, you know.
Oh, it's counter on this side.
They're counting some. Well, no, this one is regular. The other side
So
is
it's clockwise.
Counterclockwise. So you got our lap here. This spacer. This one. This spacer. Again, now these two are the same. So
Yep.
we're good there. And then finally,
There it
you
goes.
give it a little twist. It slides right off. Okay. So now we're down to the base and the motor. We're good to go. So now we can clean the base and the motor first, and then we're going to get into cleaning the other parts.
You've unplugged it, right?
Yep.
So while Daniel finishes outside, I'm in here cleaning all the spacers. And this is just a paper towel. So I make sure the outside's nice and clean. Do the ends. Kind of hard doing this one-handed. And then I do go on the inside of them, clean up the dark lithium oil and make it sure it's ready for the next application. I did the same thing with the arbor here. I just took a dry paper towel, just kind of cleaned it up. Lithium grease will go on that again when we put it back together.
Okay. Stuck our drain hoses here, some soapy water. Let's get some in there.
Let those soak a little bit so we can get all the stuff out of it.
Get some water.
So now we're washing the wheels just to get them cleaned up. A little bit of soapy water won't hurt them. This is where Daniel will inspect them, make sure they don't need to be replaced.
This one's about ready.
Yeah, this one's, yep, right there. Show that. So this is an indication that your wheel is done. So, you gotta,
So we'll be getting a new res wheel from CabKing.
and since we do this commercially, we will be buying their industrial strength one.
The res wheel.
Yep.
It's a step above the regular just diamond resin wheel.
But it definitely lasts.
Much longer.
Alrighty.
Great for a 280. Everything else.
Okay.
So this one we'll clean it up again. Again, inspecting the diamond wheels. These are, I can't remember the name. These are their upgraded diamond wheels.
Okay, hold it straight because I want to get that pattern to show them the difference.
So see the crosshatch pattern in this?
Kind of hard to see on oh, there it goes.
Yep.
Right at the edge. See all those little lines? Perfect.
These don't come with the standard wheels. These are their upgraded wheels. So now we got them cleaned up. Now we're going to start cleaning our hosing and everything. So what we can do is pop off our drips. And we're going to give them a good cleaning now. And just pull off. Should be a little bit tight. Yep. Pop those off and give them a good clean. You got the ones on the ends here as well. And those just pop off the ends. Just a little bit of twist and pull.
So, if I could get them off here. So, there they go. So there's a couple places where you'll want to double check that they're clear, and the easiest way to do that is make sure there's water is coming through. Hey, we lick rocks, so why not? So they just pull out, and if you're not sure, you can use a little pipe cleaner just to help get the debris out of there if there shouldn't be any debris. But sometimes, you know, especially if you don't keep a lid on your bucket, flies will go up your drain lines. Yep, we're clear. And then you just put a little Teflon tape and you put it back in just so it's nice and secure. These ones are, yeah, I can feel the water on my mouth. Dirty. Are you filming still? Mm-hmm. So, little parts always are, you know, they get out of my hands too. These can be reordered from us if you were to ever lose one, or our friends at retail, but try not to lose them because they should look like that when they're all reassembled. Pretty, pretty. Clean, clean, clean.
Just doing a quick clean on this end lap before we put it back on. I'm gonna do it on our all-in-one flat lap. Lots of water. Dressing stick. Not too bad for a 10-year-old machine. Yeah, I got that.
Great, thank you. So we're going to reassemble the CabKing, and on your expanding wheels, it doesn't matter what side you put it on. We like to rotate them every other cleaning, just so that you don't wear out one side of the wheel other than the other. So you're going to need your wheel, some lithium grease, and the good thing about this is it doesn't take a lot. So we're going to put a little bit on your arbor.
And why do we put it on there?
So that they don't friction on and you can never get them back off. I put a little bit on the inside of my wheel, and then we slide it on, and I work it back and forth just to make sure I'm all the way around my wheel. Then remember, we use the smaller spacer. Again, a little bit of, because remember, when we cleaned it, we took all the lithium out of it, all the grody lithium. Spacer goes on, nice and smooth. Then the 220. Again, I always do, and the ribs go towards the motor. Very important. Ribs go towards the motor. Okay. Nice and tight. Another spacer. This is our large spacer. It's, I think this one is a 3. Now, when you get to the end, it looks like we have no more room. But we do, because that's what this is for. So this little nut at the end is what we need for the last one, the 80 wheel, and then the rest sits on here. So, take our 80 wheel, and I always use lithium, it as well.
Hold on.
Do not want it. Sorry. All right. So there is your final little ring. It normally stays on the CabKing. We took it off to clean it. So lithium on that. Counterclockwise to screw it on. So that gives you your extension. Our final wheel.
Spacer.
See? I took it back off. How about spacer? Then there's our lip that I was looking for.
Take that up.
No, it is. You're going the wrong way. You're.
No, that's the right way. No, no, no. It doesn't go on all the way. It does not. There was a space. It's a stop. Right there. Good. Come on. Come on.
That is not right. But I'll go with you. And then your final nut. You tighten counterclockwise.
Because?
Because when the arbor's on, it goes clockwise.
Because
The
this
arbor-
side, because this side they're counter threaded.
Okay, well, I just know it says go tighten that way. So, with all that being hand tightened, then we take our wrench. And I cannot emphasize this enough. You do not over tighten this nut. So we're going to take our wrench and we're just going to turn it a little bit. Nothing's sliding. And we're good to go.
All right, we got both sides put back on. Looking really good.
What are you going to do about the plug squirter though?
Oh, we'll replace that.
Yeah, we'll get
We'll
it.
order parts and get it replaced. All right. Oh, come here, Dee.
What happened?
Let's grab it. Okay. So we do ours a little bit different. So a lot of times when you get your CabKing, you get the hose and then you get this cap, and it tells you to put the cap on first and then put the hose on top of this. We've found through a lot of our good friends and a lot of our previous clients that these, and also ourselves, they have a tendency to leak. So we tried this where we actually put the hose on and then put the rubber over the top, then put the clamp on. And we found that this works perfectly every time. Now these are the old clamps. The new clamps are a little bit nicer as well.
So we need to put our drip system back in. This is our Y drip system. And these, I don't have this at a very good angle. Just slide these back on. Our Teflon tape is still on this section, so didn't need to replace that this time. Make sure they're seated well. Okay, once those are on, we flip it over, and we know this is the right side of the CabKing because there's our water. Let's put that on real quick. Good. Okay, on. All right, we're gonna put our water spout back on, and this little black hose connects there. Make sure the arrow is halfway. That means no water can flow. Pick up your hood, and you're gonna rotate it forward. Get it over your wheels. You're gonna turn it, and in the back, the silver blade is gonna sit. I don't know if you can get the angle underneath there. It sits right into the little plastic catch. So back here, there's a little plastic catcher where my finger is. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where it sits, and you're good to go.
Put some fresh Teflon tape on this one.
Don't need a ton, just enough.
Sorry.
Just keep it from leaking.
Little.
Okay, you reconnect your water supply.
Yep. So we don't normally run the end lap on here. It's difficult to get to, but I do put the nut back in. And remember, it's reverse threaded on this side. And there we go. Get in there. So I keep dirt and debris out of it. So if you're not using your end lap, this plate here comes with it, so that way you can cover the end and you won't have dirt and everything flying all over. And it's magnetic. In there. There we go.
There it goes.
Yep. That side's ready to go. Plates. Go back on. And again, magnetic. Pop right on. This one pops right on. Good, man. Come on. There we go. And then on this end, put back on our spin-on disc. Good. Sweet. Everything's spinning, nothing's hitting. Put our good stuff. Adjust our shield.
And those are splash guards. Yep. Helps return the water to the trays as it sprays.
And armrests. Okay. There we go. And like I said, any of these parts are, if they were so worn or so used, this machine's almost 10 years old. I actually rethought it. We bought it in 2015, so this is 10 years. This is almost 10 years old. So any of these parts that they wear out, they're so affordable to just replace them. And you don't have to replace the whole thing. You just replace the tray, or the splash guard, or the top, or the drip, or this, or this. The parts are all easy to replace. It reduces your cost of maintenance over time. That's what makes this machine very nice and very affordable to work with and keep for a very long time. And it lasts. It's a workhorse. And like I said, now all I gotta do is plug her back in. Check the wheels, make sure nothing's rubbing. Change the light. Check the grips. She's ready to go.